Vaccines: what you need to know. Vaccines are often hailed as one of the greatest medical achievements in history, credited with saving countless lives and eradicating deadly diseases. Yet, a growing number of people are questioning their safety, claiming that they might actually harm us instead of helping. The internet is full of stories about allergic reactions, disabilities, and even deaths following vaccinations. But how dangerous are vaccines really? Let's break down how they work and the risks involved. How your immune system works. Your immune system is a complex network of billions of cells, like an army defending your body. Every day, you're exposed to numerous threats, but your immune soldiers usually handle them without you even noticing. When an infection becomes severe, the immune system kicks into high gear. Special cells gather intelligence about the invader and signal the production of weapons, specifically antibodies. These antibodies are like missiles targeted directly at the threat. However, it takes a few days to produce enough of these weapons. During that time, the invaders can cause damage. That's why our immune system has developed an efficient way to remember threats. Memory cells and immunity. When you face a serious enemy that requires your immune system to deploy heavy artillery, your body creates memory cells. These cells remain in your body for years, lying dormant. When the same invader returns, these memory cells spring into action, quickly producing antibodies and coordinating the immune response. This is why many diseases don't make you sick a second time. They've been defeated by these memory cells. And this process is the foundation of vaccines. Vaccines training your immune system. While it's natural for your body to develop immunity over time, getting infected isn't always the best way to build those memory cells. That's where vaccines come in. Vaccines work by mimicking a dangerous infection, but without causing harm. Some vaccines use inactivated germs or pieces of germs to train the immune system. This allows the body to create memory cells without actually suffering from the disease. In some cases, live vaccines are used, which contain weakened versions of the germ. These vaccines challenge the immune system more but still remain safe. The idea is to trick the body into thinking it's facing a real threat, thereby building memory cells. The risks of vaccines. While vaccines are incredibly effective, they can have side effects. So, what are the risks? Let's compare the potential side effects of vaccines with the real risks of diseases. For example, millions of people get vaccinated against measles every year. But in Europe in 2018, only 83,000 cases were reported. In the 1950s, measles affected an estimated 135 million people annually. Yet, some still wonder if measles are that dangerous in today's world of advanced medicine. A thought experiment: vaccination versus disease. Let's imagine a country with great healthcare, but people stop vaccinating. What happens? If 10 million children catch measles, here's the breakdown. 98%, 9.8 million, will get a high fever and a rash. 8%, 800,000, will suffer from dangerous diarrhea. 7%, 700,000, will get ear infections, potentially leading to permanent hearing loss. 6%, 600,000, will develop pneumonia, which can kill 12,000 children. 0.1%, 10,000, will get encephalitis, a severe brain condition. 0.025%, 2,500, will develop SSPE, a fatal brain disorder that appears years after the initial infection. Altogether, about 2.5 million children will suffer serious effects, and 20,000 could die. Now, let's look at the risks of vaccines. If we vaccinate 10 million children, here's what happens. 10%, 1 million, will experience a mild fever. 5%, 500,000, will get a mild rash. 0.001%, 100, may have a serious allergic reaction, but will receive treatment. 0.0001%, 10, could get inflammation in the genital area. 0.0001%, 10, might develop encephalitis, a rare but serious side effect. So out of 10 million children, 120 might have serious side effects. Thanks to modern medicine, most of them will recover fully. The real risk: deaths. What about deaths? Statistically, it's almost impossible to find a confirmed case of death caused by the MMR vaccine. However, measles alone kills hundreds of thousands of people worldwide every year. In 2017, 110,000 people died from measles, many of them children. Why vaccines matter? You can think of vaccines like seatbelts. Yes, there are rare accidents where someone is harmed by a seatbelt, but is it safer to not wear one? Of course not. If your child can't be vaccinated due to allergies or other reasons, it's up to the rest of society to protect them through herd immunity. Herd immunity happens when a large enough portion of the population is immune, preventing the spread of disease. To protect against measles, at least 95% of the population must be vaccinated. Conclusion: the bigger picture. The debate around vaccines isn't always fair. Pro-vaccine arguments rely on science, studies, and statistics, while anti-vaccine arguments often stem from misinformation and emotion. But the truth is clear. The biggest side effect of vaccines is fewer dead children. Vaccines are one of the most powerful tools we have to prevent the spread of diseases that used to be deadly. Let's not bring those deadly diseases back.